When detectives arrive at a murder scene, they have questions. When and how did it happen? Was the body moved? The answers could come from this insect, the blowfly. We spoke with Dr. Jonathan Parrott, assistant professor in forensic science at Arizona State University. He explains how these bugs help book murder suspects. First, what are blowflies?
They are typically associated with either cases of neglect or forensic crime scenes.
Blowflies are attracted to dead animals. They can arrive at a murder scene as soon as 10 minutes after the death occurred. They quickly lay eggs that hatch into maggots, which consume and break down the corpse. This lab analyzes that life cycle.
When we collect blowflies from outside, we bring them back to the lab, and if we keep them alive, we want to keep them in controlled environments.
Incubators control the temperature and humidity as lab techs measure the fly's development. They also analyze the bug's DNA and enter it into a database.
From that then creates more accurate and precise methods that can be used in a court of law.
Next, let's look at how blowflies can help solve crimes. Jonathan's team catches blowflies with bait traps.
We use liver that you would buy at a grocery store.
Certain species of blowflies live in different regions and have varying life cycles. Jonathan's team is cataloging which flies live where. He started in Arizona, but now he's expanding.
In particular in California, Utah, and Nevada.
Flies' life cycles help determine the time of death.
Can then use published data to determine a minimum postmortem interval or time of colonization and back calculate for an estimation of time of death.
Let's say a fly's lifespan is 15 to 30 days, and it takes 5 days to grow from an egg to a maggot. Maggots could prove a body has been there for 5 days.
If you have a crime scene inside versus outside, it's a very different situation.
Blowfly analysis can also show where a body has been and if someone tried to cover up evidence.
If the individual has been concealed or if any actions have been taken to disturb the crime scenes.
They're 2/3 of the way through building this new blowfly database. Past analyses involved breeding insects to evaluate their age, but this lab digs deeper.
We're trying to use the actual DNA and RNA to give us that estimation, so that would be a much more accurate and precise.
Jonathan says his students have been a huge help.
And a lot of my students volunteer in my lab even when they don't have to.
An exciting new blowfly database that could bring more criminals to justice is at the top of the list.